The National Electrical Code does not explicitly require the switch-like conductor to be the same color as the ungrounded conductor that feeds the lighting circuit. However, it is a recommended practice for enhancing electrical safety and simplifying future troubleshooting or maintenance. The purpose of electrical codes is to provide a minimum standard for safety. They are not intended to be a complete design or installation manual. Therefore, many aspects of good electrical work are left to the discretion of the electrician, engineer, or designer. Firstly, understanding the fundamental principles of electrical circuits. A switch leg is the portion of a circuit that runs from the switch to the electrical load, typically a lighting fixture. Its function is to carry the current to the load when the switch is closed and interrupt the current flow when the switch is open. The ungrounded conductor, often referred to as the hot wire, is the conductor that carries the electrical current from the source to the switch. Secondly, while the National Electrical Code does not mandate color matching of the switch leg to the ungrounded conductor, maintaining consistency in color coding offers several advantages. It allows electricians and maintenance personnel to quickly identify which switch controls which circuit, reducing the risk of accidental contact with energized conductors. This is particularly important in commercial and industrial settings where multiple circuits may be present. Thirdly, consider a scenario where a lighting circuit is wired with 277 volts. This voltage level is common in commercial buildings. If the switch leg is not consistently color-coded to match its corresponding ungrounded conductor, tracing the circuit during maintenance or troubleshooting can become complex and potentially dangerous. For instance, an electrician might mistakenly assume that a particular switch leg is associated with a different circuit, leading to unintended energization or de-energization of equipment. Fourthly, best practices in electrical installations emphasize the importance of clear and consistent color coding throughout the entire system. The National Electrical Code specifies color codes for grounded and ungrounded conductors, as well as equipment grounding conductors. While it does not explicitly address switch legs, extending the same principles of color coding to switch legs promotes a safer and more organized electrical system. Fifthly, when working with 277-volt lighting circuits, adherence to safety protocols is paramount. High-voltage systems pose a greater risk of electrical shock and arc flash hazards. Therefore, any measures that can reduce the potential for human error are valuable. Consistent color coding of switch legs is one such measure. Sixthly, in addition to color coding, proper labeling of electrical panels and circuits is essential. Each circuit breaker should be clearly labeled to indicate the loads it serves. This information, combined with consistent color coding of switch legs, provides a comprehensive system for identifying and managing electrical circuits. Seventhly, when designing or installing electrical systems, it is important to consider future maintenance and modifications. A well-documented and consistently color-coded system will save time and reduce the risk of errors during these activities. For example, if a lighting fixture needs to be replaced or a new switch needs to be added, a clear understanding of the existing wiring will simplify the process. Eighthly, the benefits of consistent color coding extend beyond safety and convenience. It also enhances the overall quality and professionalism of the electrical installation. A neat and organized wiring system demonstrates attention to detail and a commitment to best practices. Ninthly, to further enhance safety, consider implementing lockout-tagout procedures during any electrical work. These procedures ensure that circuits are energized and properly tagged before any work is performed. This minimizes the risk of accidental energization and protects workers from electrical hazards. Tenthly, continuous training and education are crucial for electricians and other electrical professionals. Staying up to date on the latest codes, standards, and best practices ensures that electrical work is performed safely and effectively. This includes understanding the importance of color coding and other measures that enhance electrical safety. 11thly, consider the specific requirements of the jurisdiction in which the electrical work is being performed. Some local codes or regulations may have additional requirements or recommendations regarding color coding or other aspects of electrical installations. It is important to be familiar with and comply with all applicable codes and regulations. 12thly, when selecting wiring and components for electrical installations, ensure that they are appropriately rated for the voltage and current levels of the circuits. Using undersized wiring or components can create a fire hazard. All materials should be listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories or Intertek to ensure that they meet safety standards. 13thly, proper grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. Bonding ensures that all metal parts of the electrical system are at the same potential, reducing the risk of shock. 14thly, arc flash is a serious hazard associated with electrical work. An arc flash is a release of energy caused by an electrical fault. It can cause severe burns, blindness, and even death. Employers are required to conduct arc flash hazard assessments and provide appropriate personal protective equipment to employees who work on or near energized electrical equipment. 15thly, electrical safety audits can help identify potential hazards and ensure compliance with safety regulations. These audits should be conducted by qualified personnel and should cover all aspects of the electrical system, including wiring, grounding, bonding, and arc flash protection. 16thly, the use of ground fault circuit interrupters or GFCIs is required in certain locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by detecting small imbalances in current flow. They quickly trip the circuit, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing serious injury. 17thly, surge protection devices or SPD can protect sensitive electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Surges can be caused by lightning strikes, power outages, or other electrical disturbances. SPD divert the surge current away from the equipment, protecting it from damage. 18thly, regularly inspect electrical equipment for signs of damage or wear. Look for frayed wires, cracked insulation, loose connections, and other potential hazards. Repair or replace any damaged equipment immediately. 19thly, never overload electrical circuits. Overloading can cause the wires to overheat and create a fire hazard. Use the appropriate size circuit breakers and avoid plugging too many appliances into a single circuit. 20thly, be aware of the potential hazards associated with working near overhead power lines. Maintain a safe distance from power lines and never allow any objects to come into contact with them. 21stly, use caution when working in damp or wet locations. Water is a good conductor of electricity and can increase the risk of electrical shock. Always energize circuits before working in wet areas. 22ndly, follow all safety precautions when using electrical tools and equipment. Read the manufacturer's instructions and use the tools only for their intended purpose. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. 23rdly, do not attempt to repair electrical equipment unless you are qualified and trained to do so. Electrical work can be dangerous and should only be performed by qualified professionals. 24thly, if you are unsure about any aspect of electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. They can provide guidance and ensure that the electrical system is safe and compliant with all applicable codes and regulations. 25thly, remember that electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following these guidelines and taking appropriate precautions, you can help prevent electrical accidents and ensure a safe working environment. In summary, while the National Electrical Code does not explicitly mandate the use of the same color switch leg as the phase it is on, it is a highly recommended practice. Adhering to this practice promotes electrical safety, simplifies troubleshooting, and enhances the overall quality of the electrical installation. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical systems and consult with qualified professionals if you have any questions or concerns. By implementing these measures, you can help prevent electrical accidents and create a safer environment for everyone.